Tigers' 5-game winning streak with a 6-4 victory. Mickey Tettleton put on a power show with a pair of homers, including the game-winning 3-run shot in the 9th inning. The Tigers 3 games back, as are the Indians. Cleveland snapped a 4-game slide, 8-6 over Toronto. Corey Snyder blasted his 14th homer, a 2-run shot. The Twins went over the million mark in home attendance, but fell to the White Sox. The Milwaukee Brewers lead Seattle, and it's tied in California between the Royals and Angels. In the National, the East frontrunners snapped a 5-game losing streak. At Shea Stadium, the Mets needed 12 innings to top the rival Cardinals 2-1. Lee Mazzilli, the hero, with a pinch-hit RBI single. In Philadelphia, the Phils jacked out 3 solo home runs to snap Montreal's 4-game winning streak, 5-2 the final. On the hill, Shane Raleigh with a strong outing. He struck out 7 for his 3rd complete game of the year. On the scoreboard, Pittsburgh has now taken...
The Rocket Man was looking for his 10th win, and Boston was looking to hit the 500 barrier when they came to Yankee Stadium to renew old rivalries. And a guy who's on a tear at the plate all season, Dave Winfield, stepped up top of the 2nd and swatted a Clemens fastball that banged at the base of the wall. Ellis Burks played it nicely to Marty Barrett, to Wade Boggs, and Winfield is rubbed out trying to stretch a double into 3. Bottom of the 2nd, man down, Jim Rice, homerless all season, finally gets into 1. Out of the park. He later homered to put the Red Sox ahead 4-2, but in the top of the 5th, Yankees tied it, and then Jack Clark drilled one to the center field. 3-run cloud, 6-4 New York. Top of the 7th, Clemens in trouble again. Winfield reaches out and wins this battle too, as Claudel Washington comes across, followed by Mike Pagliarulo, and Winfield is into 2nd base. Clark and Santana hit 3-run homers and 8, and Clemens came into the game with a 1.82 ERA to lead the American League. He left with a 2.37 mark.
Meanwhile, the Tigers hoped to keep pace with the Bombers against the woeful O's in Tiger Stadium. Mickey Tettleton making the Oriole fans forget Terry Kennedy. He cranks a Walt Carroll pitch way out.
Next, Detroit. Tiger fans are tooting their horn while the Tigers do some heavy breathing in the East. They open a homestand against Baltimore, fell behind 3-1 until the 7th when Darrell Evans laid into a tailing fastball, crushed it. 41-year-old Evans made up for an earlier error that pushed the Orioles ahead. Detroit then inched ahead in the 8th. Brought in Guillermo Hernandez to lock it down. 2-on. 1-2 to Mickey Tettleton, and then suddenly the
wind blowing out at Wrigley Field. You would expect a slugfest. The Pirates took the advantage of it, though. Bobby Bonilla breaking out of a week-long slump with a 2-run homer off Calvin Schiraldi, his 14th. Walk is on, and after an intentional walk, the sun played a factor as well as the wind. Andre, look out! Andre, but not his pride. And look at Walk come tearing around those bases. He scores. He shut out the Cubs with his first complete game of the season.
Then the long ball that was blowing out about 15 miles per hour, the old Wrigley wind, and Barry Bonds.
Now, in case you missed the first one, deja vu. Rice with a 2-run blast in the 4th. It lands nearly in the same spot. Dave Winfield will bounce the double here off of the Green Monster.
The Braves and the Astros winding up the series in the Astrodome as well. Bottom of the 3rd in a 2-2 game. Glenn Davis with a man aboard takes Kevin Kaufman out of there. Just deep enough for the 2-run dinger. 4-2 Astros. 13 on the year for Davis. Terry Poole rips a liner past Ron Gant. We're in the 5th in a tie game. Billy Hatcher scores, and the Astros up 5-4, trying to take the lead or at least tie the Dodgers top of the West. In the 7th, Nolan Ryan gets Dale Murphy for the 2nd out of the inning with a man on 3rd. 8 Ks for Ryan on the night. Has the lead back in the National League. But with Gerald Perry on 3rd, that's the tying run. The next batter is Ken Griffey. Little number. Ryan got it, but Davis drops it as Ryan slips and makes the throw, and Perry comes in. We're tied at 5. Bottom of the 8th, Denny Walling, little liner, brings in Kevin Bass as he touches Jose Alvarez for the gamer. Ryan didn't get the victory. Had he done so, it would have been 100 in the National League. Would have been the 7th to do that in both leagues. 6-5 final as Augusto gets the victory. A virtual first place tie now between the Astros and L.A. Astros are just 2 percentage points behind. Break up the Padres 7-3 final score. Over San Francisco, Jack McKeon has won 8 of 11 now as the interim manager. Reliever Mike Davis with his 10th save and his 10th chance, and also had Mark Davis his first major league home run. So Mark Davis gets to save Eric Schau 4 hits in 7 2/3 innings.